The Los Angeles Lakers have had a terrible start to the season, one of their worst starts to a season ever. The continuous abysmal performances now raise dust about LeBron James linked to a move away from the club, with his potential destination being the Phoenix Suns. What the Lakers do moving forward is more important than how they arrived at this point. While identifying faults is simple, developing a workable plan for the future is more challenging. Where do LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers go from here? Could LeBron James leave the Lakers for the Phoenix Suns? Let's find out in this video. LeBron to the Suns? LeBron James is being called into question as the LA Lakers continue their downward spiral. Rumors concerning his future in Los Angeles have been swirling after the Lakers' 2-10 start to the year. Given that they don't have many resources to reconstruct the squad around James, the Lakers may decide to move their players in order to free up their draft pick reserves and start a rebuild. And if the Los Angeles Lakers ever decide to move LeBron James, the Phoenix Suns have been considered as his favorite destination. James signed a big 2-year contract this summer, preventing any trades until the offseason. Rick Bucher of Fox Sports was told by a league official when he became available that the Suns would be a great trade partner if their championship hopes are shattered this season. If the Lakers were to trade James, it probably would be to get the wealth of future draft selections they are now lacking, according to Bucher. After making it to the finals 2 years ago and then being eliminated by Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks in a 7-game second-round series last year, a Western Conference scout suggested that the Phoenix Suns would be a far more suitable candidate should they find themselves once again falling short this season in their pursuit of the franchise's first championship. The Suns have the capacity to maybe complete a transaction and a solid core group. Additionally, James would get the chance to compete against his good buddy and Phoenix's main point guard, Chris Paul. Will LeBron James leave the Lakers? The Lakers are aware that as James gets closer to turning 38, his window for substantial action is dwindling. The Lakers are prepared to sell either of their 2 first-round selections to acquire players who can improve the club, while LeBron James is still the star, according to general manager Rob Pelinka, who made this clear before the start of the season. Let me be abundantly clear. We have one of the greatest players in LeBron James to ever play the game on our team. He committed to us with a long-term contract, a 3-year contract, Pelinka said. So of course, we'll do everything we can, picks included, to make deals that give us a chance to help LeBron get to the end. He committed to our organization. That's got to be a bilateral commitment, and it's there. However, that was prior to the Lakers' terrible season opener. At this point, the Lakers may not even be competing for a playoff place, much alone a championship. LeBron's future. LeBron James, despite the team's lackluster performance, had a strong offensive season. If he can surpass Joel Embiid, who has a 30.4 to 30.3 advantage over James in terms of points per game, he may win the scoring championship. James's contract has 1 year remaining, but on August 4th, he becomes eligible for an extension. Would the Lakers actually seek a divorce, even if they blame James for their choice to sign Westbrook? Would the organization choose to move James instead of extending him for 2 more years beyond his 39th birthday for $97.1 million if they don't think they can develop a title contender? Would LA ever think about making that type of commercial choice? Keeping James could be the best course of action, even if he stays a non-contender. The franchise needs a star player. James is still a top-tier basketball talent. He may not want to uproot his family in order to leave, having come to Los Angeles for a variety of reasons. Even if he is disappointed with the way the club is going, he may decide to exchange vows again with the Lakers in a marriage of convenience. If so, the trade has to be worked out before the NBA draft in June so the franchise can decide if it intends to make a comeback and contend for a title, which may include giving up more future assets. Impossible for the top to change. There's no proof that club owner Jeannie Buss, who shares ownership of the Lakers with her siblings, is attempting to sell the team. Significant changes are unlikely, barring something totally unforeseen. Buss mainly depends on the advice of Kurt and Linda Rambis, with whom he has long-standing personal and business ties. Also, that is unlikely to alter. According to league rumors, general manager Rob Pelinka has another year to turn the Lakers around. The blame internally appears to be focused on injuries, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron James for pressuring the team to trade for Westbrook. James may be the most powerful player in the NBA, but Westbrook's hiring was welcomed by the front office. Although it doesn't seem like any important jobs will change very soon, leadership must accept responsibility for recent mistakes. What about Westbrook? The Westbrook problem is challenging to resolve. If he chooses to sign on for the $47.1 million final year of his deal, the franchise won't have many alternatives. The simplest course of action is to test the waters and see if Westbrook, Davis, and James would play better under a different coach with a modified and presumably healthier roster. The Lakers would only have the taxpayer mid-level exception at about $6.4 million, so roster changes wouldn't be simple. But if Malik Monk keeps returning at that rate, that might be necessary to keep him. Can the Lakers retain the talented scoring guard while bringing their roster up to par? Westbrook could also be traded, but doing so depends on another team's willingness to accept a deal that is structured around his sizable salary. What extras would the Lakers have to give up to avoid Westbrook's last season? Future first-round picks for the Lakers in 2027 and 2029, which can become available after the June draft, are likely to be sought after by at least one, if not two teams. The Lakers can't make that kind of commitment without receiving genuine talent in return. For instance, the Lakers get Westbrook and the first to the Oklahoma City Thunder in June for Derek Favors and Mike Muscala, but for two players who don't make a difference. The rumor is that the New York Knicks don't see Westbrook as a target, despite the fact that they may look to make some changes after their disappointing season. The Lakers could be able to help the Indiana Pacers find a way to avoid paying Malcolm Brogdon and Buddy Hield salaries. But in order to make a deal, the Lakers are totally dependent on another team. A buyout could be the solution if nothing workable materializes and the franchise decides Westbrook must go. Los Angeles won't have much cap space in 2023, even if James accepts an extension. The Lakers could avoid the luxury tax before the 2022-23 season if they spread out Westbrook's remaining compensation over 3 seasons at a rate of $12 to $16 million per season. The team might then be able to offer Monk a non-taxpayer mid-level exception at a starting salary of around $10.3 million. The consequences of Westbrook's dead money in years 2 and 3 wouldn't be pretty, but they might only have a minor effect on the Lakers' already constrained flexibility. Complete the roster with depth. The Lakers now have more size and athleticism thanks to the additions of Stanley Johnson and Wenyen Gabriel. The Lakers discovered a reasonably workable combo, for periods, surrounding James when paired with Austin Reeves and Monk. Before the season is up, the organization should terminate Gabriel's 2-way contract and sign him to a 2-year normal contract with marginal guarantees. Around guys like James and Davis, the Lakers need depth and younger legs. Although everyone on the roster should be able to contribute defensively, Los Angeles also needs to improve its shooting and playmaking. Although the majority of the team's players will be free agents, the Lakers may want to make trades to improve this offseason. The only other notable contracts on the books are for Talen Horton-Tucker, $10.3 million, and Kendrick Nunn, $5.3 million, assuming he opts in. Everyone else will be a free agent, with the exception of Reeves, non-guaranteed, and Johnson, team option. Finally, the team's terrible record won't translate into a draft selection in June. Undoubtedly, the 2021-22 season was a complete catastrophe. Unless the front office successfully trades Westbrook or hires a coach who can maximize the potential of this underwhelming roster, the team's options for improvement are limited. What are your thoughts about this? Let's hear you in the comment section.